Facebook. Pretty much everyone on the face of the planet knows what Facebook is because today Facebook is the largest social networking site platform in the world with over 2.7 billion with a B monthly active users. Far and away the most popular, ahead of YouTube, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, which you could kind of just roll straight into Facebook, right? And Instagram, which ironically is owned by Facebook. So it's a major player when you're talking about social media marketing. 75% of women and 63% of men who use the internet are active on Facebook. 46% of the online users age 65 and above, and 68% of online users age 50 to 64 on Facebook. It started out pretty young. It started out as a college platform, but it's gradually gathered more of the demographic market. 79% of 18 to 49-year-olds are online using Facebook, most of them during my lectures. All right, so 75% of females are on there, 63% of males. You can see the age distribution as we go through this class. You'll see this change more and more towards younger folks. So if you're trying to reach some older folks, Facebook remains an option. In fact, the bulk are 18 to 49, and that's a wide range. And you have a significant amount of older Americans on there as well. 73% of urban folks are on there, 69% of suburban, 66% of rural. That's a high number for rural. As we look at social media across time, we look at the different platforms, you're going to find that's a pretty high number. Simply put, rural places have less access to the internet, less smartphones, that type of thing. But that is a strong number. Good bit of number across incomes. So there's lower incomes, higher incomes, all on Facebook. Education's pretty broad as well, considering a platform started initially, you had to have a .edu email address even to create an account, but that obviously went by the wayside. 74% of online users with an income of more than 75K on Facebook. That is a target-rich environment. That's people with disposable income that you can market to. Facebook users spend on average 20 minutes per visit with an average of 10 hours per month. It feels low, but 10 hours a month. That's significant time online at one spot. 350 million photos are uploaded every day, representing 4,000 photo uploads per second. Lots going on there. Every 20 minutes, 1 million links are shared, 20 million friend requests are sent, and 3 million messages are sent. Good night. 98% of Facebook users access the platform on their mobile device. So there's a lot to reach. So if you're trying to sell, say, phone cases, these billions, 98% of them are on Facebook on their phone. So they're holding their phone case. So think about that way. In terms of reach, in terms of total population, this is incredible. Facebook's reach rankings across countries. So this is a global opportunity for you to market. Today, there are more than 90 million active business pages, so businesses on there. Each month, more than 20 billion messages are exchanged on messengers with businesses, people interacting with their customers. To optimize your page, make sure you have a profile and cover photo, call to action button. What are you looking for them to do? Are you Tecovas and you're trying to sell boots by sending them to your website? What are you trying to sell? Description should be on point. How they can contact you, your location, your hours, your page settings, your and any other services that you want to integrate. Basically, you don't want to look shady. You want to have plenty of information available about your business on there. Setting up a Facebook page is pretty straightforward. Wow, is that Tecovas over there? Some kind of giveaway. Something about boots and watches. And wow, okay, watch. Cool. Shops are real fun. You'll be able to click on a video here in the regular slides. You have Business Suite, which is geared towards providing some tools at the fingertips of business owners. So you have your, hey, what's my activity here? What are my posts? How are they reaching people? What's trending? If you pay Facebook to up your business game, you will get some tools at your fingertips. Things like, hey, how many people are viewing my page? What's my reach? How many likes have I gotten? What recommendations has anybody shared? What are my videos going on? All kinds of stuff. So how do you build an audience? First, invite people you know to like the page. That's an automatic. Follow industry thought leaders. So if you're like in the restaurant industry and Food Network, you can follow those guys and some chefs on there and get your restaurant saved. Perhaps get them to follow you. People will look at who Food Network is following, for example. And then you can invite people to like your page as well. So invite existing customers to like your page. If you sell retail, like you ship someone a box, you sell them through Amazon or something, put a little card in there. Say, hey, like us on Facebook. Always take an opportunity to try to connect people with your social media brand. What are the components of a Facebook post? Think of old Twitter. You want to keep it to 140 characters or less. You're not limited to that, but people are just not going to read an encyclopedia post. So keep them tight. People love photos, videos, and GIFs. Yes, I see GIFs. Photos have higher engagement. Videos have higher engagement and they've become a dominant force, especially in like the TikTok kind of way where you keep them kind of short. GIFs, they're funny. Feature products, behind the scenes footage, how to, etc. Use hashtags. Use about 1 to 3. A lot of people try to put like 40 on there, and it's ridiculous. You can't even see the post for the hashtags. But if you're selling, I don't know, tickets to Clemson football, you might want to put hashtag Clemson football, that type of thing. Again, cute's better. People like photos. Everybody likes a dog in a coat, right? LL Bean, this will definitely get some likes and some follows. People follow them not because they're looking for like a new code or anything, but just because they think the photo is cute. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I really could use that scarf. You want to establish a voice. You want to be authentic. Remember with the voice, okay, it's not something you're not getting on there and posting about politics. You want to have a consistent voice. You don't need 80 million different people posting because your voice will be all over the place. You need to have consistency. Be authentic. People like people who are genuine, okay? Be authentic. Be you. Don't try to be who you think you want your people to be. Be you, and your customers will come to you. Social media rule of thirds. I'm going to let you read about that in the reading. Take a look at that. Hint, hint, test. Determine an engagement strategy. Post at optimal times. We'll look at a heat map here in a minute. Make the most of your pin posts. Your pin posts should be your most important post. Use emojis within reason. Ask questions and go live. People like interacting with businesses. All right. So annoying actions. Posting too many promotions, like too salesy. Using slang or jargon. People don't like that. Just be straightforward. Be genuine. Not having a personality. They also don't want you to be so vanilla that you're not entertaining. Social media accounts I love to follow. Think of Wendy's hamburgers. I love following Wendy's. They're hilarious. Trying to be funny when they're not. Trying to be funny at the wrong time. And not replying to my messages. That's a big deal. You need to reply to your customers. Check out this heat map. It's kind of funny. This is when most people are engaged in Facebook. And most people think, oh, Saturday, Sunday, people are going to be all over Facebook. Look at that. It's pretty light, all right? Overnight hours, you night owls, you're not doing anything early in the morning. You're not doing anything pretty much after 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Workday, you're looking 8 to about 4, okay? And you're looking some Monday, but look at the middle of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at that. Hot, mid-morning. People are trying to take a break from work. Hot, around lunch, okay? Hot, early afternoon. People are trying to get to the end of the day, okay? This dark area is when you want to do a lot of your posts. This dark area right here. See that? Tuesday, if I had to pick... Oh, shoot. If I had to pick, let's say, 3 days, I'm going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I had to pick 2 hours to be online, I'm doing 10 to 12. If I had to pick 3 hours, I'm doing 9:30 till about 1:30 in the middle of the week. It's a little bit surprising, but that's why you make your decisions based on data, and that's some interesting data. All right, content strategies. You do 360 video on Facebook. You can run contests and promotions, provide coupons or discounts. Always look for a coupon or a discount. That's awesome. Avoid baiting. Don't bring people in under the premise of one thing and then jack up the price on something else. People feel like you're a bit of a shyster that way. Use tags. Tag people. Leverage Facebook Messenger to communicate with your people. Don't play games. Just be genuine. Offer deals for folks that come through Facebook. All right, look at these Facebook ads. Look at the effectiveness, okay? Good grief. Look at the revenue over time. See, they're good at it. They got a lot of people, and they give you a lot of analytics. Facebook's where you got to start. Even if you don't like Facebook, you better be there. All right, Ads Manager. Facebook Ads is a tool to create and manage Facebook and Instagram ads. Keep in mind, Facebook owns Instagram, so there's a lot of linking you can do there between your two accounts. Here you can create and run ads, target ads, or target specific demographics. Let's say you're trying to reach males 18 to 25. You can actually do that on Facebook. You can target males 18 to 25. Measure how your ads are performing. Is it being effective? Should I change things here? What kind of click am I getting? You can find the Ads Manager at facebook.com/ads/manager. Facebook targeting options. You can target people by location, geography, by demographics, age, race, income levels, that type of thing. Interests, like college football, connection type. So how are they connected to pages that you like or similar to? Buying behaviors. There's some algorithms that are very elegant within Facebook. By elegant also means a little bit scary. And then you can customize your audiences. So you can target your specific audience. But again, remember, when we're building businesses, you have to define who your ideal customer is. I mean, right down to the point where you name them and figure out their interest. And then you can fine tune your Facebook ad campaign directly to that person. All right. So what are your objectives? All right. Your advertising objectives, what the brand wants people to do when they see the brand's ad. So where are you trying to push them? Are you trying to push them to a website so they can purchase? Are you trying to get them to watch videos so you can sell your service? What is it? You need to have an awareness. You want them to build an awareness of your brand and give you some consideration and convert them into customers. All right. There's a lot of ways to do ads: carousel, slideshow, collection, playables, photo, etc., etc. So whatever fits your brand best, there's a way to do it on Facebook. You can set budgets. So you can have a lifetime budget, you can have a daily budget, you can have a weekly budget, monthly budget, and you can say, hey, I just want to spend $700 on this whole campaign, and that's it. And then they'll run it until you run up $700. It's kind of a advertising for dummies online. You can also measure to make sure. Don't just put it in there and say, hey, it's just going to work. Now you need to go back and see if you're getting some engagement, getting some reach with your customers. If you're not, you might need to change and save some of that $700. Facebook zero is average engagement or organic reach if they're down. Lower organic reach with increased emphasis of Facebook advertising, increased competition among brands. So Facebook provides enough analytics for you to know if you're doing a good enough job. And you will know pretty much right away when you start looking at the analytics whether or not you are reaching your customers. Some recommendations. Post less frequently, but post highly valuable, engaging content. So not every thought that comes to your head, but much like how we are later in this course making a social media calendar, you need to plan out when you're going to post. Like, I'm going to post, okay, 1 a day or 3 times a week, and here's what those posts are going to be. Put some thought in it. It's not just what pops into your head. You want to target a specific audience. You want to post timely, trending, and newsworthy topics. And you want to utilize storytelling. People love when brands tell stories. They'll tune in for that. Post content that creates conversations, create and post more video content, experiment with Facebook Messenger, how you interact with your customers, and diversify into other social media platforms, which we're going to do in the coming weeks in this class. There is some eroding trust. In 2016, voter profiling company Cambridge Analytica accessed the data of 87 million Facebook users, and you know what the result is? Eroding trust. So that's actually losing some Facebook users, and there's your guy Zuckerberg up in Congress saying, yeah, bro, what you up to up there? It's a lot of information online in one spot. So people are trusting Facebook less. There's a global debate about the ethics around social media companies and how they use our information. User growth has slowed on Facebook, but they've lost more than $119 billion in market value, which is a $17 billion loss for Zuckerberg. Poor guy. You know, he's just got all those other billions. So, Facebook implemented the EU's General Data Protection Regulation and increased privacy settings for visibility of its users. So it's global. So with the European Union, they faced some regulation and had to change a few things, and I think have responded to the like in the domestic area as well. COVID response, man, people sat down and they were stuck at home, so they were online more, so they had a lot more interactions. COVID-19 responses, they became an information hub. Sometimes they became a misinformation hub and had to remove some harmful content. Again, not to get into the politics of it, but when Facebook is owned and controlled by a handful of individuals, they have biases, and they may not match your biases, but they did also provide support for health and economic relief in terms of fundraising, kept people connected, and shared information about the COVID-19 vaccine. Here's the real COVID response. All right, everybody's at home, right? See those screens lit up? You think they're on their phones too? 98% of users are on Facebook on a mobile device. They were on there all the time. So how could you reach all these people when they couldn't reach you? Bingo, right there, online. All right. So Facebook's been a market disruptor, changing the way people communicate with others and the way you share your lives, the way we consume content, both video and information, and the way that consumers interact with brands. It's become much more of a Facebook social media type world, and that's why we're teaching marketing with Facebook. Thank you for listening.